to like problem solving, and it's asking for help, finding a compromise, how to respectfully disagree, working together to solve a problem, acting responsibly, handling peer pressure, handling bullying, and it's just a lot of different things that you can go through. Safety and community, personal care, and all this would just have to do with building relationships and keeping friendships. And that is Teach Town. Actually, before I go, I'm going to show you a movie. So this is actually what your students will see. And they're very short.
That was an awesome game of basketball. Hurry up, guys. We should get to class. Almost done putting my shirt on. Pico, you have hair under your arm.
And these,
When did you?
so these same students
My
are
voice keeps cracking.
actually students that when your students are in elementary, they're smaller. As they get to middle school, the kids are, this is the middle school age, and then once they get to high school, they're even bigger. And as you heard, they were talking about, hair under the arms. So what's the socially appropriate way to handle that? And back to the PowerPoint. So next we have decision-making sheets or behavior reflection sheets. And this is just basically a sheet to help the students take control of their behavior and the decisions that are made while they're at school. And this can be used for students to record purposes, as well as tools for students to reflect and make better decisions regarding their behaviors in school. These can actually be sent home as well, so the parents can see how their day has been behaviorally, and it allows the students to take ownership of their own behavior. And there is an example of, here's a behavior evaluation sheet. And it's teacher put the student's name, the date, their homeroom, teacher, were they prepared for class, in the seat at the bell, use the inside voice, did they follow directions, were they respectful to teachers, classmates, no talking out of turn, were they on task, did they use their time appropriately, did they complete assigned work, and the teacher signs, and they get a total number of points, and the points range from 1 to 7. And this is a very good resource to use in your classroom because the students can actually mark their own behaviors. So, and it's allowing them to take ownership of their behavior. Classroom behavior evaluation. Last but not least, Teacher Vision. It's a very good website, and it has a lot of articles and other resources on behavioral management. Lots of articles on research-based skills and things that are used in the classroom to help manage behaviors, from forms to outside resources. And there's just an abundance of tips and diagrams and documents. That's a good resource for any new teacher or for a very seasoned teacher. And an example of this would be, here it is. So there's a lot of good stuff here. Behavior management strategies, there's subjects, grades, planning, strategies, themes, holidays. This is the month of April, so there's April activities, and there's a blog. Most of the resources are free, some things you do have to pay for. And as you see here, behavior management forms, the incident report, decision-making sheets, positive classroom behavior, descriptions of student behaviors, awards, dealing with peer pressure, and teaching strategies is a good one because you actually have a lot of different choices to choose from assessment to behavior management, classroom management, organization, technology, English language learners, good resources, professional development, report cards, special needs students, and teacher, parent collaboration. It's a lot of good information here on this website, and it just goes on and on and on. You could just be on this site for hours at a time. There's just so much information. It's very useful information. Let's check out themes. Weather, animals, autumn, back to school, biographies, community helpers and jobs, family, famous explorers, green activities, heroes, and it just goes on and on and on. So this is a very good resource. This is one of my favorites. I use it all the time. So that is my presentation on behavior management in the classroom. And just to recap, we have the 7 zones of learning, the 7 learning zones, which helps to establish your daily routine and your rules and procedures in your classroom. This should be started at the beginning of the year so that this becomes like muscle memory for the students to use all 7 of the zones. And Teach Town, which is a great social and behavioral character video modeling curriculum. And our decision-making sheet, behavior reflection sheet, this can be modified. You can use it any kind of way you want. You can add to it, make changes, take away. And our Teacher Vision website, which has, as we just seen, a whole lot of information. Kelly Neal.